Hello everyone, my name is Crazy Caleb and welcome to Rambopo. So this is the way the module looks, and what we have here is we have two cycling screens, and they can be either left or right or up and down, because it's going to be horizontal or vertical. We'll see that. Hopefully we can get a vertical example, but in this case, as we can see here, two different screens, and we have a little switch at the bottom here, and what we're going to essentially be doing here is we're trying to find the ratio of the screen's speeds and flip the switch when a valid pair is shown. So in this case, what we're trying to do is we're trying to figure out what the ratio of these actually are. And as you can see here, what we have here is a couple of different grids. In this case, 1 to 1, 1 to 2, 1 3, 2 1, 2 3, 3 1, and 3 2. Now, what these essentially represent here is these represent the way that the actual screens are ticking. And what's going to happen here is we're going to take a look at each individual screen, and what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to find the slower one, and with the faster one, what we want to do is we want to check and see how fast it's going. And in this case, this one's actually a fairly simple one to do. As you can see, this is going to be a 1-1 because every time one individual screen changes, the other one changes only one time. That's going to be essentially what we're looking at here. So in this case, this is going to be a ratio of 1-1. Hopefully we can get some other trickier examples later on. But overall, it's not too hard to actually understand, or do, for that matter of fact. It's really not that hard to do. It just requires a little bit of practice. So in this case, we have a ratio of 1-1. Every each on the left screen is changing once every time the right screen is changing once. So in this case, what we're going to do now is we're going to try and take a look at this table here and find a pair that actually works for us that are horizontally adjacent. So in this case, screens are horizontally, so then the valid pairs must be horizontally adjacent. So let's see if we can figure something out here. So we need to first find symbols in this actual table that actually work for us here, which is not going to be many, I don't think. Okay, so we have the anchor here. We've got the anchor. Would that be able to pair up with the lightning? Or perhaps, yes. I saw I saw like it almost looks like an eye in a way, or like I kind of call this one the 8-ball or something like that. But as you can see, during one point, there was an anchor and an 8-ball, which I believe is going to be the next one coming around here. And we're going to flip the switch right there. So we're going to flip the switch when it comes back around, and that's going to be it for the entire module. Also, hello, Nick, up in the top right corner there. It should be the next one, I believe. No, we gotta wait again. Okay, so now let's wait for it to come back around. And just like that is a solved module. That's all you simply need to do with it. The hardest part of this, obviously, is just finding the ratio, and then finding the pair is quite simple. So let's take a look at a couple more examples. I'm going to do 2 more because this module is just really easy to teach. And it's really easy to understand too. It definitely requires a bit of like understanding how the whole timing of it actually works, especially with ratios of like 2-3 or 3-2. It can be a bit weird. So let's take a look. In case if it wasn't obvious, horizontal is left and right, vertical is up down. So let's pop up 2 more examples here, and let's get this going. But yeah, overall, not that bad of a module to do, and it is quite simple to understand. So let's see here. First, we're not getting any vertical ones, which is interesting. I almost want to retry anyway, just to see if we can even get any verticals. No, doesn't appear to be this way. I've actually never had a vertical now that I mention it. Screens are horizontal. It's always like this. Is there just like no prefab for vertical? Huh. Well, let's just continue on then.
There is only one perfect solution, but there are clues
Very
that
interesting.
might trick our team.
Okay. If the screens are shown horizontal, obviously they're horizontal in this case. So let's take a look, and now let's take a look. So this is not a 1-1 in this case. And we can actually see left is cycling a bit faster than the right. And in this case, let's actually take a look and see how many screen changes the left does for every, what appears to be every 1 change on the right. I think this is slow enough to be considered a 1. So it appears to be a 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it appears to be a 3-1 sort of deal. So in this case, we're going to be taking a look at 3-1 here. Now it's important that it's not 1-3, but rather it's 3-1 because the left is changing. The left is changing 3 compared to the 1 on the right. So it's going to be this table specifically. So let's get right into this. So these are vertical again. So these are not vertical. These are horizontal again. So we need to find a horizontal pair. Now we do have Saturn, and I do believe that we saw a this symbol right over here. Now let's see if we can actually find a way to get these lining up. We just had that right there. Okay, so this would work as a valid pair. So we have to wait for it to come back around, which hopefully should be pretty soon. There we go. Just like that. Is this a module? It's a bit of a reaction test, but overall, it's not too bad once you understand what you're dealing with here. Okay, let's take a look at this final example here. This one is a bit interesting. 1, 2, 3. I want to say that this is almost a 2, 3. Because this one is cycling fast, but this one is cycling a bit faster. So this makes me believe that it is going to be this one, because as you can see, 1, 2, 3, it does indeed cycle between 2 screens. 1, 2, yeah, definitely. I want to say that this is definitely a 2, 3. Okay, so now let's take a look and let's see what we can do here for pairs. Okay. Hearts. We can do one of these. We can do one of those. These two would work. Let's see if we can get them together. And there we go. Perfect. That's all there really is to this module. I don't know why that there aren't any vertical examples. Maybe just that just doesn't happen. I'm not quite sure. But as always, thank you guys for watching. Remember to stay crazy, stay cool, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.